Hi, everybody. Rest of the West Ham Network. Hope you are all safe and well, my friends. It's the quarterfinal countdown. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Let's not get scared now. Excitement, nerves, just anxiety, giddiness. Just got all these emotions in the same spell at the moment. Literally, I don't know what to do with myself. We've still only got another like 7.5 hours for kickoff. Absolutely mental. I hope everybody's safe. Well, if you're new around here, give it a bloody good like. Give it a share. Give it a subscribe. If you're over in Lyon, stay safe, my friends. Stay safe. Not jealous in the slightest. But yeah, and obviously, if you wanted to get a feel of how it's like out there, Anton had Martin Godliman and John Matomsky from Ice Boys Food Banks, and you know. So check that out. Let's see who we got in the chat. We've probably got some lovely people in the chat. I imagine Jake's probably. I haven't even looked, but I'm guessing that Jake's in the chat already. We'll be doing the watch along tonight, obviously, Match Day Live. They've rebadged it, you fool. So that'll be tonight. So make sure you check that out. That'll be fun. Me and Matt. Maybe get a few extra people turn up. Get some vibes. I don't know what to do with myself. I'll be honest. I'm sitting here like I've still got a half a day of work to do. Anyway, bonjour Peter. Bonjour Pierre. Or should be Pierre, shouldn't it? Bonjour Pierre. Ça va tout le monde? Luke's in the house. Good afternoon, Luke. Bonjour. Russie B is a place to be. It certainly is. Don't you forget it, Jakey boy. Don't you forget it. Salut P, Monicre, and Grande Edmondon, indeed. Don't jinx it. I'm not jinxing anything. I'm not jinxing or ginxing. I remember once at West Ham, we played this was like years ago. This was like, I don't know when it was. 2010 or 28, or no, it's probably 2006 or something like that. 2006. And we'd always play certain tracks at certain times, and one week we did it differently and we lost, and someone went on these at Mama Brown and said that the DJ ginxed us, not jinxed us, ginxed us, with a G rather than a J. So if you're going to insult me, at least get the spelling right. Speaking of these at Mama Brown, we'll be doing Hammer's Headlines at 5 o'clock in association with KUMB.com. What will be in it. You're right. That's why I titled it Europa or Bust this season, isn't it? Because obviously if we lose tonight, then we've got half a dozen games to make sure we can get back into Europe next season. If we win, then it's all to play for, my friends. It's all to play for. Then it's an interesting, whatever happens, it will be interesting. Because obviously, technically, all you need to do would be to win 3 games. If we get through, you have to win 3 games, and you're in the Champions League. Or you play the rest of this season in the Premier League, and you might get into the Conference or Europa League. What would I rather do? Anyway, it's interesting. Goal Budgie's in. Hope you're well, Budge. Afternoon, Adam. Hope you're well. West Ham massive. Everywhere they go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Indeed. Gaz is in the house. Good afternoon to Gazar. Hazara is here. No shot seeing Russ. Indeed. Irons. In bed unwell, so going to watch. Can't follow the message thing. Okay, well, hope you feel better, Budgie, mate. We're here to help. We'll be here as your conduit fan base. So we're here. I'm all right, Gaza, but got COVID. I have to stay in tonight. Oh, Adam, well, join us tonight. Join us tonight for the watch along. We'll have also for anyone who is a member, including Adam. We'll be doing. Make sure you check out the show tonight, because we'll be doing our first members draw. So basically, as a member, every month from now on, you'll get entered or automatically entered as a member into our monthly draw, and they'll be winning prizes. Tonight is a big one. So tonight is a signed shirt from the first team. So, and I've been promoting it for a while. So, that's so anyone who's in there, who's in the draw, who's a member already, will have the access to that. And if you want to get involved in the next one, hit the join button and become a member for the next month. There'll be some more signed stuff and things like that. So keep an eye out for that. Any news on Johnson? Well, check out Hammer's Headlines at 5 o'clock It's not confirmed, but check out Hammer's headlines at 5:00. There is, I think there is a little bit of potential news there. It's the quarterfinal countdown. And obviously you'd have seen yesterday Lyon released their squad. And again, we'll be talking about this tonight at Hammer's Headlines. It's quite interesting, really. Obviously, there's this, we'll talk about a little bit more depth tonight. But obviously, there's two notable outs from that squad in Lopez, the goalkeeper, who went off very injured, if that makes sense. He was very injured. And Paqueta as well, Lucas Paqueta, who was very played very well in the first leg. And he's quite crucial to them, really. So, they're not in there. And I'm thinking, okay. But I remember the squad being released by Lyon last week, and Toto Kimbambi wasn't in the squad, but came on as a second half substitute. So this is not written in stone. But that's the squad they've announced. We'll see what happens. But the headlines are Houssam Aouar, he's in the squad, and Ndombele's in the squad. Those were the two that were potentials. Thiago Mendes, who had a knock for West Ham game, didn't play the Strasbourg game. He's in the squad as well. So we'll see. Oh, let's have a look. Loads of. Let's go for some of these messages. Sorry, but can't see West Ham win this game. The fat lady is starting to sing. Paul, whatever happens, mate, isn't it? What will be, will be. What will be. It's 46 years to the day that we played Eintracht Frankfurt in the semi-finals at home and won 3-1. Is that an omen? Who knows? But it's to the day. That's the thing. 14th of August, 1976. Yeah, 1976. So nice little sort of, another little omen potentially. Also, another omen is West Ham's e-gaming side beat Lyon's e-gaming side 3-2 on aggregate on a two-legged affair. The first leg was 1-1, and they won the second leg 2-1. Just saying. Good thing is a week of work, always a silver lining. Indeed. A week off work, not a week of work. Imagine a week off work. Good luck to you. And obviously, it's in the UK. We've got Good Friday tomorrow. Hopefully, a very good Friday if we qualify for the semis. And then we've got Easter Sunday where we're playing Burnley. So we have the watch on Saturday. We have the watch on Sunday. Preview on Saturday. And then Easter Monday. So a couple of days off for the people in the UK. Going to watch the game at the pub later. I'm so nervous. Don't forget to pop on and have a chat with us as well, Adam, when you... no Crest, no Zuma. We are in trouble defensively. Maybe we are. Dan. But so are Lyon. And they haven't got any injuries. They're just shit defensively. So, and if Lopez doesn't play, who knows? Hi NWO, hope you're well, my friend. Crosshammer's in the house. Nice to see you. Any quiz travelled, or will there be 5 goalkeepers on the bench? I've seen pictures of the kids travelling. They got. I saw them. Look like Elise. I think Ashby was in the picture. I think Sonny Perkins was definitely in the picture as well. So there we go. Having 6 forwards seems a bit greedy. Well, could have lent us some. Yep, he says Lacey, Chester's, Perkins. I think, yeah, there was a picture of him. I definitely saw a picture of him. Bukaki Master, good afternoon to you. Apparently we're looking at Matthias Ginter. We've spoken about Ginter before. Apparently so. One of a long list of people we're looking at. In terms of centre-backs. In the same sort of breath, I saw the next article on that Sven Botman was the man for us, and we'll get all out to get him. Then the next article is James Tarkowski, so let's see what happens. I'll take a good bust. I'll take a very good bust. Wouldn't we all, Wally? We can do this. I'll be honest, I've got a head and heart thing going on, but I'm just gonna enjoy it as much as I can, because in all honesty, I didn't think we were going to get out of the group stages before the group stages were sort of announced. I thought we'd have a couple of games. We'd make a good account of ourselves, maybe drop back into third and get into the conference playoffs or whatever. I didn't think we'd be on the cusp of 90 minutes away from a semi-final against either Barcelona or Eintracht Frankfurt. And every game. I mean, by the time we kick off, we should know the first opponent in the second semi-final, the Atalanta Leipzig game. But every game's on a knife edge. I mean, it's only Braga out of all 4 games which are in an advantage, and they're 1-0, and then they've got to go to Rangers away. So that's a goal. I mean, the Rangers crowd are crazy, so that's a goal to Rangers already. So there we go. About to go in the sea. COVID has killed me mentally. Do I go in? No. What are you going to see for, you crazy man? Odds on any of them getting on must be 100. Yeah, well, we'll see. We're going to win. I have faith in the team. We're eventually at cheating in the first game. Well, I mean, we will be. The boys will be. Antonio mentioned it in the press conference. Called it edgy. And I think there is definitely... there's definitely going to be a bit needle. Hopefully not as much as the Man City Atletico Madrid game, but there will be a bit of needle, I think. Be proud of the boys with the result. Indeed, Stephen, we've had a hell of a season, and I know people are going to be disappointed if we don't win. They're going to be disappointed. Oh, Moyes, yeah, rah, rah, rah. But how far have we? This epitomises how far we've come. We're as 90 minutes away from a Europa League semi-final. Before Moyes took over, Pellegrini had put us in the right mess. And if I said to you then, oh, don't worry, guys, fine, don't worry, we're going to end up being in 2 years' time going to be playing in the Europa League quarter-final against, and we could well progress to the semi-finals. They'll think they'd take me to the mental hospital, wouldn't they? Can't sit back, hope for pens. Let's see what happens, mate. Soufal or Fredericks? Personally, I know Wally would say Fredericks. I would actually probably agree, because it's the pace. Lyon are very, very quick. Lack of signing stuff. Well, we know, mate. We know NWO, innit? But it's not... we could go back and forth now and go through it, but let's just, park all that discussion. We'll wait to the summer. We'll have a debrief. We know the lack of signings. Moyes knows the lack of signings has affected the side as well. But there's nothing to do about it now, innit? It's just got to get behind the 11 that he picks and see what happens. Masuaku left in the changing room, please. 2006 was last season. Blew it Champions League. Well, we were 2 points off, weren't we? 2 points off a Champions League spot. And you could look at maybe the Arsenal game or the Brighton game. We came back, but the Arsenal game we were 3-0 and drew 3-3. That was basically it, wasn't it? Soufal as part of a back three. I don't think we'll go back three. But who knows? 5 a.m. for Scott. Haven't slept. Tossing and turning about his game. I thought Fredericks done well. I thought Fredericks did all right as well. It's going to penalties, and I'll have to make frequent visits to the toilet. I don't want it to. I would like it to if West Ham win, but I don't want it to if West Ham are going to leave. We've got good pedigree, though. Don't forget that Man City game this season. We took the league champions, a team who hadn't lost in that competition for 5 years, to a 0-0, and took them to penalties and won. And don't forget we've got Ariola in goal, and potentially they'll have Pollersbeck in goal as well. Because obviously Lopez potentially is going to be out, so he's a bit rusty as well. He's a rusty old goalkeeper. He's only played about half a dozen games for Lyon in the last couple of years since they signed him, so we'll see. Win today and lose to Burnley. It's West Ham way. Indeed, we are undefeated when Frederick starts this season. Is that true? Attack, score first, then game there to win. Personally, I think Lyon, although we're going into... I think the way I see it, we're going into this with no fear. No one expects us at the beginning of the season to qualify to win the Europa League. I think a lot of people with Europe and people know the sort of difficulties would have probably taken maybe a 10th. Maybe for me, I would have been happy. Just no problems in the Premier League and just see what we can do in Europe. So there's no pressure in us, really. The pressure is all on Lyon. They need Champions League or European football every season. They're not doing it in the league. They've an absolute shock of a league campaign this year. This is their only chance. If we got an early goal, they're going to be shitting themselves. Greedy nearly had his hair pulled out. Indeed. Let's not go out to an average French team. But NWO, they're average in the league this season, but they had the most points in the Europa. Pardon me, the most points coming out of Europa League group stages. When it comes to Europa League, they turn it on. And they are a seasoned European side. Their average in the league, it's almost like this is. They see this as the easiest route to get into the Champions League, which it is potentially. There's 15 games really from beginning to end, rather than a whole season of 38 games. So actually, as long as you don't go down, that's the easiest way to get to. If you won every one of those 15 games, you'd win the Champions League. We've won 13. I don't know how many games we've won this season, but it's probably around the same anyway. Sufo's still at rusty, which expected should be a risk. I think it will be. Afternoon show, beautiful day. It is. Hornchurch is basking in sunshine. I was saying that the sun has just gone in a little bit. Would actually take the win and lose at the weekend. I think we all would, to be honest. I think I would, in all honesty, take the win, and then you've got 3 games really, and I would then. I know Moyes wouldn't, but then I would just play the kids for the last 6 games. I just would. It's that legal. It's all in or bust really in that respect. It's a risk to take. So obviously, if we did get knocked out, say we get through, if we did get knocked out in the semi-finals, then we could see ourselves in a position where we wouldn't qualify for Europe this year. So there's a balancing act, and I totally get that. And we know we're signing, if we had a bigger squad, it wouldn't be such an issue, but this is what we got. This is the hand we've been dealt with, and so that's how we have to deal with it. He did well, and he does play most of the game in rest. Do you give him a new contract? No. I don't know, because I want to see Harrison Ashby move. He's sorry, Wally, cover your ears. He's a lot better than Ryan Fredericks. Ashby is, and has a lot of potential. I don't want another Ngakia situation on my hands. And so, if you gave Fredericks a new contract, that's another first team place ahead of Ashby. Potentially. I'm in the sand, prepped and ready. Like I said, COVID is maybe mental. COVID from Lyon match. Oh dear. So excited about tonight. Please don't play Masu Wako. Suppose you have to wait to see if 5 o'clock tonight. There might be a slight chink of information. Game will be won in midfield. Yes. For me, the midfield battle is if you put up, I don't know, say Aouar, Ndombele, Mendes against Rice, Souček, and Fornals, for example, that pisses on there. For them, it's. I think the battle is won. Honestly, it is attack versus defence. It's not. I think the midfield is. I think we piss on that midfield. It's attack versus defence. They've got a shoddy defence. We've got a makeshift defence where we go 3 or 4 at the back, and they've got a lot of pace up front. We've got pace in terms of Bowen and Antonio if he's firing on all cylinders. So that's it. And whoever sort of is more clinical there. Only thing that's given me confidence is that they could be as 12 men. Lanzini is back, and their first choice is indeed swimming to Bournemouth from South. I don't know where South. He isn't in the squad, but Daps, as I said last time, Toko Ekambi wasn't in the squad and ended up playing. So there we go. I need to try some shots outside the box instead of tippy-tappy. I think we need to get some shots in. This guy is, Pollersbeck is going to be a little bit rusty. Let's get some shots in and see what happens. Need a few more European runs before we get Europeans. Exactly, Pete. We are European naive as a club. And that makes perfectly sense. We've never done it before. A few more, then we can start being in a situation where, we should be progressing, and we are progressing, but you know what I mean. Who thinks Lanzini's going to have a big game and show why he's our jewel in the crown? Hopefully. Both teams will be nervous. I think it'll be a really poor game. They got to the Champions League. Yeah, exactly. 2 years ago they got there. These Lyon are not a slouch. Slick passing, good in possession, but pretty toothless against 10 men. They did, yeah. I know what you mean, man. But then they've been there before, and we haven't. And I think that makes a difference. Moyes will have the lads well prepared. Positive will make it horrible for them. Don't be surprised if it goes extra time, but we'll be victorious as Corky. Hopefully so. Right, who else we got here? I really hope it's not crowd trouble or dive that costs us the game. But the fact is, Anton spoke about it yesterday. The ref, is the guy who played in it, who was the Seville guy they played over in Seville in the first leg, and I thought he was very good. I don't remember him much, which is a good sign of a referee, isn't it? And so that, to me, that means he lets the play go on. There wasn't stop starting, and hopefully it won't give any nonsense. That's what we need, a strong referee. We're going to win 3-1, says Lee. Fair play. Hi GP, hope you're well. I would give Frederick contract as can play wing back and fullback and left back. Remember, Mets lads, we have done it before. We certainly have. We need Bowen or Lanzini to score or a corner. I think that for us is we didn't exploit that, and that's another issue they have is that corners. Go and check out WHU Analytics on his Twitter feed. Last week he had a whole show reel of goals that Lyon had conceded, and they're the same goals: front post flick-ons in the corners, back post corner. It was all corners. If we did play Arthur, then play more forward than left back, I don't think he will be. No, we don't know, do we? Cannot see us winning off last 6 games. We need no more injury players to have a chance. I don't agree with that. I think I can see us something like the Arsenal game. I can see us turning up for. But again, it's what our priorities will be. And it has to be a point where there has to be a priority shift. And if we win tonight, then for me, you just got to win 3 games rather than potentially trying to win 6 games in order to get in to guarantee European football. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Peach, let's have them. Cut your irons, indeed. I'd play 5-3-2. Suppress their speedy wingers, counter and punch. Sounds good. The sea is pretty cold, says Bukaki. Very good. I shouldn't really say your name all the time, really. At worst, we'll get top 6 and give Manu to... Yeah, I agree. But then personally, I mean, once we see what happens after tonight, and then I think, to be honest, then I would just all out Europa League, lay off the Premier League. But then obviously you've got things like Mark Noble's last game, and that's going to be an emotional game. The Brighton game, the Man City game, the Europa League as well. Final if you got there. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's see what happens after. But Nobles is back. From his illness, by all accounts, which I think will make a huge difference off the pitch. Just get that team going, that motivation going. Do you know what I mean? If we do score first, we need to go for a second and not sit back. No, I agree. And Victor thinks 3-5-2 tonight. So let's see what happens. Short corners, they will hear me shouting, get it in the mixer from here. Well, they did. They had that good corner they did right at the beginning, weren't it? Where Deck was completely out there. He ran into and he took the shot from outside the box. And it skidded through, and no one put a foot in, and it would have any deflection would have gone in. But it's like a straight shot right to the goalkeeper. So I imagine they've been working on some. That was a training ground setup. So we'll see. Win tonight, or the season's over. Win tonight, and I think the season's over because we still have to play for that 6th, 7th spot, 5th, 6th, or 7th. And I think then the priority shifts to that, obviously. And then you've got Burnley, and then you've got Arsenal. We've got to play, the likes of Man City. We've got to play Derby. So not Derby, Brighton. Where did Derby come from? Brighton, I meant. So let's see what happens. Anyone see Kral has? Anyone see whether Kral's famous? I don't know. I do not know. It's Moyes. It will only be one up front. Is the Winker playing? He's in the squad, so I imagine so. And he has been playing the last few games. Actually, he's been playing. He's been playing sort of the main focal striker, with Toko playing the left and Tete when he's come back in on the right hand side. I thought the guy who played right back for them was exceptional. I'd love to have a look at him for the summer. I'm confident whatever team plays tonight will win 2-1. Says Eric the Maverick Martin. Great name. And Tony needs to stay in the box and not play on White on the wing. We know that, but he hasn't done it for the last season and a bit. Is he going to change it for one game? I don't think so. This and Arsenal must-win games. No, I agree. Yes, Peach, we are massive. We're doing this as Peach. Crowley's in the squad as there was a pick of some of the boys. He's carrying Moyes' bags. We have arrived, Almighty Hammers. We have only only if we play like we did against Birmingham. I don't mind us losing if we play well. Yes, I mean, if it was like a game like the Chelsea game, the Chelsea Real Madrid game, my friend's a big Chelsea fan, and you know they lost, but they lost with hell of a it was a hell of a game. Fair, they were unlucky, they were unlucky. Obviously, the goal disallowed and Benzema in extra time, and if it was like that, I don't think we'd all mind, and we'd still be proud. I mean, I'd still be proud of the season we've had. The fact is, we've really settled in quite nicely to European football. I think, we breezed through the group stage, although we didn't really have a great. I think I was a little bit when we had the original group stage for the Europa League. I was a little bit disappointed by there was no big boys in there. We were third seed, weren't we, or something like that, and in the group, and we could have had a lot worse group, but we made our way out of that, progressed that really well. And then obviously Sevilla, that was awesome, absolutely awesome, and shows we can compete. These guys were second in La Liga, they were going for Champions League spots in their own domestic competitions, and we matched them. I think we blew him away that second game. I really did. So let's see what happens. Alex Cross should play. He can play right back. He can play centre back rather. Somerset 6-5 against Essex. There we go. Good to know. Sweet as peach, you're massive, just like the rest of us. With Zuma, Bonner, and Cresswell out tonight, do we move Rice back and put Noble in the middle? Personally, no, because I think he's far more effective in that middle position. 4 or 3 at the back tonight. What backline formation do you prefer? I prefer 4 for something like this. I prefer 4, but if he plays 3, it wouldn't surprise me, because I know Moyes likes to sometimes just jazz it up a little bit. In terms of the people I'd like Ben Johnson left back, obviously Diop and Dawson, and then personally I'd go Fredericks at right back just for the pace. But experience wise, Soufal has obviously played in Champions League and stuff like that, so he would come in maybe. If we go to 3 at the back, I would look at playing. I'd probably play Ben Johnson in the back of the 3. He's done that. Did it for the under 23s. He's done it again, playing Tottenham game, playing that as well. But Soufal can obviously be out of position. And then Fornals as left wing back, because I think he was brilliant when he played there. I thought he really was. And then Fredericks as right wing back. But who knows? I'm hungry some cookies as GP. Back 4, don't confuse them in such a big game. You're right. You're totally right. Big picture of the Winker in the dressing room should. That's what they need, isn't it? That's all they need. Jackson the house, congratulations, obviously through to the semis. Well done, big up lads, keeping up tradition of popping in, lads, wishing all you good luck. Yeah, cheers man, thank you very very much, and well done yesterday. If you win the midfield or win this game, Rice and Suja, we should dominate that midfield. We should dominate that field. You've got arguably one of the best midfielders in the world at the moment with Declan Rice, and you got Ndombele, Thiago Mendes, good players. Arua, good player. But we should be all over that midfield. We should really be. We should be squeezing that midfield, dominating them. Put Souček right. No, we shouldn't, NWO. No. Again, things like that. That's too much of a step change for people, I think. It's such an important game. I would keep it simple. Put Diop in. Job done. Not piss about with things and move people around who haven't played there very often. Yes, I know Declan's played centre back, but he always looked out of sorts, and it's not very often. He hasn't done it for ages, and I think he's more important, and Souček's more effective in that middle, because obviously then Souček can come forward. He can't break into the box, can he? Really? Alex Cole is better than you think. Give him a chance. I know he is. Wonderful. Well, the estimate was he was going to be back by the end of April, potentially. He's on the grass. I know that for a fact. But you'd imagine weeks. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we see him toward, maybe in the May games, even if it's on as a sub appearance at the end of the season. But I could see him definitely making some sort of appearance by the end of the season. Russ, isn't it next season's and Europa add more teams, something like that? They're trying to bring in different things. There's no difference in terms of the places, but it's how many. I think it's extra countries get more. We only get 5 maximum in the Champions League, and that would be if one of the top 4. And so basically, the way it would work is if we won the Europa League and say someone who won the Europa League from the same country outside the top 4, then the 4th place wouldn't get Champions League. It'd be the 3rd because they're going to the Europa League. But that's not happening now, is it really? In terms of who's left, they're pretty much guaranteed for a top 4 place. So we wouldn't have that joy of knocking Spurs out of the Champions League if we won the Europa League. So they'd already be in there as well. But I think they're adding more teams to different countries, I believe, and they do this weird thing with like the legacy places. It's very strange. It's basically the Super League, really. Hard to say that Phil, the few times in Kral, he looked awful. I mean, he played that one game, didn't he? I remember playing centre midfield against Man United in the Cup, and he looked alright with Nobes. And he's gone for 4-3-1-2-1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You've got one too many people. You've got where's the goalkeeper? You've got to put a goalkeeper in. So you've got 4 at the back, then 3. Yep, that's it. And then 1, 2, 1. No, it doesn't work, mate. Nice try. Add another player on, see if they find out. When will tickets go on for the semis when we go through? I love it, Brad. Obviously, the first leg will be the 28th of April, so you have 2 weeks with the return leg on the 5th of May, I believe. We obviously know we'll be playing the first leg at home on the 28th, so I imagine tickets will probably go, if we get through, or when we get through. They'll be coming through, I wouldn't be surprised by the weekend. Maybe Monday. Press the like button. Russ is lamb, not mutton. Give it a like if you're excited about tonight. That's what we're going to do. Hit the like button down there if you're excited about tonight. If you're not excited about tonight, don't press the like button. But if you're excited, press it. Just to see. Good. Everyone, someone says in Dombele, I start in the jungle. Yeah, Dombele. Diop always looks out of sorts, but then don't forget Diop was in the he was playing a lot of the Europa League group stages games, and I think he's going back to his homeland. You know, Lyon are looking at buying him maybe in the summer. It's a great advert. For him if he puts in a great performance. If he comes in and looks absolutely shit, then they're not going to put their money in. Hogging the grass and staggering over the place. Indeed, play players where they should play, not mess with players' heads. Exactly. A win away. That would be nice. Dawson Deal will be solid tonight. Beginning of Europa League and will be tonight. Exactly. That's my thoughts. Every time someone says Russ, I start thinking, why no hot tub with Anton? Well, it'll have to be a bloody big hot tub, wouldn't it? Because he's in Scotland. He's a big lad. We're both big lads anyway. But he's in Scotland, so... They are bringing in wild cards, which is basically that's exactly what I said. So the youngsters will be on the bench tonight. I'd imagine so. I bet you, or I've cut too early for me, but the vodka ready. 23 likes. That suggests at least 70% of West Ham viewers have no hands or aren't excited. Hashtag just saying. Sorry, Russ, computer. You don't need to put the 1 in, Eddie. The assumption is the goalkeeper's always in, but it's the 4-3-2. I think that's pretty much what we'll play. No, sorry, I don't think so. I think we'll play a 4-2-3-1. That's what I think we'll play. It writes itself, in my opinion. Ariola in goal. The back 4, I said, I reckon it's Johnson, Diop, Dawson, and Fredericks I'd go with. I think he'll probably play Suva, but I'd go with Fredericks. And then Suchek and Rice in the middle. Fornals, Lanzini, Benrahma. No, sorry. Fornals, Lanzini, Bowen with Antonio up front. That's what I'll go with. I think it sort of writes itself. Lyon might have told Diop to help with them, but would they? I don't think so, Pete. I don't think so. I think it's a great advert. But then the flip side is, if we knock Lyon out, they're not going to have European football next year, so they might not be buying anyone. They might have I don't know. It won't matter how many youngsters on the bench. Moyes still won't play them. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. I'm sitting here now. And I'm just. Oh, Mo is in Luxembourg. That's impressive. Are you going to Lyon, or are you just going to another country that begins with L? Well, no, Lyon's not a country. Shh. I know Lyon. I would play 4-4-4, but don't have enough players. Bloody transfers. My mate is driving. So, but Lyon's in France. You've gone that way. You just go straight down. Where's your mate driving to? You got on the ferry, I imagine. Or have you flown? What have you done? And then you get to Calais, and you just go straight down. You just go straight down. So, but you're going the wrong way. Turn around. No, go down. Lyon got a ticket. Good luck to your son. Good luck to you. Rent a car. It's only 2-3 hours drive. So you flew? Did you fly to Luxembourg and then drove? Wow, that's a different way. That's a different way. I mean, if you watched Martin and John yesterday, they said how they've got the flight in. They got the Eurostar. They got Eurostar straight to Lyon. But on the way back, they're going to go to Marseille and then fly back to London on a Good Friday when there's a strike on, I think, as well. Afternoon, Rise. Afternoon, Chris. Afternoon, all. I've got double anxiety as I've got to take the cat to the vets and I've got to get her in the box. Oh, never an easy thing, my friend. City Airport. I fly from City Airport. What, to Luxembourg, Mo? I think Moyes will throw a curveball. I don't think so, Victor. It's not the day for a curveball, is it? Don't think so. I don't think it's a day for a curveball. So that's why I think come back just before kickoff and we can obviously, well, the team will be announced. We'll obviously go through it. Probably get Matt involved. I might ping a note to Jake if he wants to come on for a chat as well. We'll have a bit of laugh. We'll have a giggle, and what will be in it. What will be. I think I'm sort of coming round to that sort of aspect now. What will be. So we'll say I would drive and fill up with cheese and pate on the way back, and wine, of course. Yep, cost me 30 quid. 30 quid flight. Wow, to Luxembourg. Fair play. On City Airport. That's good, man. Then €100 to Lyon. Fair play, man. I tell you what, that's some good travel. That's some good travel. So yes, so that probably be. Yeah, I like that. So you flew City Airport to Luxembourg, then picked up a rent a car to take you to Lyon. Cool. And then are you going the same way back, or are you flying back? Are you going back to Luxembourg and then flying? Are you staying over in? So many questions, Mo. Are you staying in Lyon tonight? Don't play Vlasic, please. Don't trust Vlasic. Chuck a towel over her, then wrap her stuff in the box. Talking about the cat, I hope, because that just seems like too much of a. You've done that before, Luke. After the usual suspects, hope you are well, my friends. It's a shame one of our fans can't stream the Mickey Flanagan French skit at full volume in the stadium. I'm flying from Milan on the way. Love it. Of course. Why didn't I think of that? So funny. Doesn't say he has to walk back. Indeed, win or lose tonight, our season will not be over. All to play for in the league. Indeed. You're totally right, Victor. This originally this was a nice distraction. I thought Europa League was a nice distraction from our job in the league. Now it's it's a genuine thing we can do, and if we do get through, then but then we still have to keep our pretense in the league as well. I know I'm flip flopping, but we've got to keep that sort of presence in the league, because if we lose in the semis, then we're back to zero again. Not zero, but you know what I mean. So I can see why Moyes doesn't rest players. I can see that. Last flight 11 p.m. their time. It's a bit of a you have to get there quite sharpish, mate. Good idea, Luke. I'll try and give it. Indeed. How fresh will Antonio be tonight? Hope he saved something. I think he has. He didn't seem bothered on Sunday. When I watched the game back, just didn't seem bothered at all. But yeah, anyway, so make sure you check out. So if you're still excited, and Anton did his watch along yesterday, which was not watch along, the preview yesterday with Tommy and Matt and Martin and John from Lyon came on, and was really good, really funny. And as I said, we'll be doing Hammer's headlines about 5 o'clock tonight. There'll be some news in there about Ben Johnson, about Lyon's potential injuries and stuff like that, and all that type of stuff. So that'd be fun. So make sure you do that. A few more, then we'll have to skedaddle around Europe in 2 days with Mo, indeed, with Cyber Leader. It really is. If we get through, won't be able to go to the home game as we'll be away. Ludders. No one has holiday. No one books holidays during the season. No, you're joking. We'll be with the rest of the Brisbane Hammers at the Pig and Whistle at 5 a.m. Awesome, Dave. That is absolutely awesome. I love it, mate. And Dave, what'll be great, if you want, send us a little vid, send us a picture, send us something, a little video, everyone, at 5 o'clock in the morning, and email it to us. Where's my email address? Email it to us at, pardon me, Windy Pops, because we'd love to get it up, mate. And anyone else, if anyone else is in, I'm looking at you, Wally, in Philly. I'm looking at, Darren in Thailand. I'm looking at everyone. Even if you like from Church and you're watching it in a pub tonight, take a picture or do a little video. Send it to westhamnetwork@gmail.com, and we'll try and get as many up during the show. It's not just about, I know there's you guys watching. I know people watching the watch along, but there's people all over the world watching this game, all West Ham fans. It'd be lovely to get like little montages up. So just send them to me, and we'll try to get as many on as possible. Antonio should be fresh tonight. He didn't get above 1.7 miles per hour. Definitely not 1.21 gigawatts. Mo's fasting. Yeah, of course. Ramadan, isn't it, man? Oh dear. Can't lie, I'm proper nervous. I think we all are, mate. They all need to step up tonight, and I think they will. Yeah, I agree. No worries, Chris. I've spent enough time trying to get little anyway. Move on. If we were chasing the game with 15 to go, who would you throw on? Yarmolenko. Innit? Written in the stars. City fans are supporting us. Of course they are. Man City and West Ham have this really strange relationship. I never really got it, but we have this sort of. That's why I think the last game at home is Mark Noble, Man City. I think it's a great game because I think Man City will really respect the whole Mark Noble and give him a great set. If it was like Spurs or Leeds, I don't think they will. Maybe Leeds, but Man City definitely. So looking forward to that. I would throw not 15 minutes to go, mate. If you're chasing the game, put your armour on. Anyway. So, as I said, Hammer's headlines 5 o'clock tonight. Getting you ready. We'll be on probably for about maybe 7:30ish. So make sure you do that. And yeah. And if you're going anywhere fancy to watch it, if you're in a pub at 5 o'clock in the morning in Australia, or you're at the Philly pub, is it Stowe's? Take a picture, little vid, send it to us at westhamnetwork@gmail.com. Anyone who's a member, make sure you dial in. Probably we might do at half time. We'll do the draw for the first members giveaway. And if you want to get involved in that, next one, it's a bit late now because we've already got the graphic ready. But down here there's a join button. Every month we give, from April onwards, we're giving away some signed memorabilia or some really cool prizes for one lucky viewer, one lucky member. So Stowe, see, I was right. I knew it. I did know it. All right, ladies and gents, well, I hope you have a great rest of the day. Hope you don't shit yourself too much until then. And as always, at the end of all of my shows, I like to thank every one of our channel members at the end. We've got over 50 on the channel, and appreciate every one of you. So take care, everyone. Stay safe, wash those hands, stay lucky, stay cheeky, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Ciao, ciao for now.
We'll be right back. difference now. If we change it, you know how. Nothing ever stays the same. Once you let it change. It's like a family tree. Part of you